For many people, the winter holidays are a time of joy, family gatherings, and sharing gifts with friends and loved ones. This year, most people will be experiencing the holidays very differently in order to minimize exposure to the coronavirus. Unfortunately, for scammers and thieves, the winter holidays always represent an opportunity for them to take advantage of others. The San Mateo County District Attorney's Office wants to provide you with suggestions for how to protect yourself and your older loved ones from COVID and holiday-related scams and abuse. I will be showing you slides with phone numbers and website addresses during this presentation. Remember that you can always pause the video and write things down if needed, or replay the video. 2020 has been a year of unprecedented challenges for all of us. Many of those challenges have had an even greater impact on older adults in our families and our communities. Unfortunately, even when there is not a global pandemic, the winter holidays sometimes bring out the worst in people. Combine that with the isolation seniors are experiencing out of necessity due to COVID, and we have a recipe for financial disaster. Isolation creates more opportunities for people to exploit our vulnerable elders. So this year's COVID epidemic has dramatically increased older adults' potential to fall victim to theft and fraud. Now that a coronavirus vaccine is on the horizon, make sure you rely on your primary care medical providers for information about the availability of a potential vaccine and its appropriateness for you and your loved ones. Don't accept any vaccine that isn't supplied, recommended, and administered by your trusted medical provider. Holidays often mean pulling boxes out of storage and climbing on ladders to hang decorations. For seniors, it may be tempting to hire helpers to assist with these challenging physical tasks, or perhaps family members are not available to assist with picking up groceries or transportation to the doctor's office. Encourage elders not to hire unfamiliar individuals to assist them, as this creates an opportunity for those helpers to help themselves to the senior's cash or valuables. Many holiday shoppers are likely to be doing their browsing and purchasing online this year to avoid potential exposure to COVID. Encourage older adults not to provide more information online than is necessary. Remind them to create and use strong passwords to protect their accounts and to only provide their credit card information when making purchases through a known or trusted website. Encourage seniors or their support people to actively monitor their bank and credit card accounts during the holidays so that if their finances have been compromised, they can take immediate action to prevent further loss. Many scammers use the guise of fraudulent charities to take advantage of your desire to help those who are struggling, particularly during the winter holidays. Only contribute to charities you already know and support or those that are already well established. Take extra precautions to make sure this holiday season is as bright as possible. Scammers see the holidays as their biggest opportunity to take advantage of others. We all know that simple, familiar things like washing our hands can help protect us from the coronavirus. In that same way, these simple and familiar steps can help keep you and your family safe from scammers during the holidays and beyond. Don't answer the phone unless you recognize the caller. If it's someone you know, they will leave a message and you can call them back later. Don't ever answer your door to someone you don't know. Don't open email from an address you don't recognize, as this opens you up to fraud and computer viruses. Never give out your social security number, date of birth, or bank account information over the phone or via email. No legitimate company or government agency will ever ask you to provide this information. Never click on links or ads in email. And remember, if something sounds too good to be true, it most likely is. Anything you can do to provide a little extra support and contact for the seniors in your life will make a huge difference for them. Isolation and lack of mental stimulation have been shown to increase cognitive decline in seniors, so even the occasional phone call when visits aren't possible will help keep them mentally alert. If your elder, friends, or family members are able to use video conferencing technology like Zoom, consider setting up sessions with them. Being able to see the elder in addition to hearing them will help you notice if the senior has lost a lot of weight, appears not to be caring for themselves as they normally would, or other red flags of potential problems. Isolation can also lead to depression for many people, and for vulnerable elders, that depression can manifest itself as an increase or worsening of existing health problems. Be mindful of this when you are checking in with the seniors in your life. Elder abuse and self-neglect thrive when those in a position to observe them stay quiet. Many of us don't want to intrude on what we might consider a private matter, but I want to encourage you to intervene. If you believe there's a crime occurring or a need for law enforcement intervention, contact the non-emergency number for the law enforcement agency that has jurisdiction where the elder lives. If the situation is an emergency, don't hesitate to call 911 and request immediate assistance. If the concern is not urgent or you are not sure if there is a need for intervention, contact Adult Protective Services. APS can help if you or a loved one need assistance or help determining who to call about a question or concern. You can contact Adult Protective Services at 1-800-675-8437. That number again is 1-800-675-8437. There is someone available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to assist you. You can also log on to Adult Protective Services website listed on the screen to access their extensive online resources. The San Mateo County Health Services COVID-19 webpage provides reliable, up-to-date information about all aspects of the current situation and the county's response. Non-emergency and non-medical questions can be directed to the 24-hour call center by dialing 211. The AARP has been helping seniors navigate challenging situations for decades. AARP's scam line can be reached at 1-877-908-3360. That number again is 1-877-908-3360. Or you can go to their website listed on the screen to access numerous resources related to avoiding scams and staying safe. The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau has extensive resources available at its website, which is listed on the screen, including its Money Smart for Older Adults program and its Managing Other People's Money program for family members and caregivers who are helping seniors who may have difficulty keeping their finances on track. Thank you for taking the time to learn more about how to keep you and your loved ones safe during the winter holidays and beyond. Be sure to utilize only trusted resources like the ones we have provided in this session to answer any of your additional questions. Happy holidays and best wishes for a safe 2021 from the San Mateo County District Attorney's Office.